All right, now you may be asking yourself, why on earth am I going to spend the next 45 to 60 minutes watching this webinar? My time is valuable. Well, let me tell you why. On this webinar, we're going to focus on 6 psychological secrets that you can use right now to drive users to do whatever you want them to do. Many times that starts with having them click a magic button, a call to action. That button might be a buy now button, it might be a download now button, or it might even just say sign up. It could be an email opt-in, it could be selling a product. No matter what, you've got to get users to click that magic button, right guys? How many of you guys have your own magic button? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say magic button? We've all got it, right? Okay, good. Now when I ask questions, engage with me. I'm watching the questions, okay? So let's jump in and get started. First things first, what do we have to do to make sure that we're getting folks to click that magic button? Well, guys, it all starts with focus, and that starts with defining user actions. Okay, what we mean by this is you've got to define exactly what you want folks to do. Are you going to educate folks? Are you asking folks to purchase? Or maybe you're asking folks to opt in. How many of you guys, yes or no, tell me in the questions, how many of you have an email, either an email list you want to build, a product you want to sell, or content you want to distribute? Say yes in the questions right now. Am I speaking your language? This is what you need, right? A product you want to sell, an email list you want to build, or content you want to distribute because you spend so much time putting it together, right? Who's with me? Let's look at some things that are working for other folks first. Take a look at my screen here. We're going to see Jive software, okay? This is Jive. Jive has done a fantastic job at educate, okay? You see here the sole goal of this button is to get users to learn about why they need social media. Notice how there's no mention of the Jive software, just catchy copy and clearly focused call to action that says read the report. This hyper focus that Jive has on exactly what they want folks to do, read the report, drives an incredible amount of conversions. Do you guys see how clean this page is? Notice how there's not a lot of distractions. Okay? How many need a reason to get in social? How about 1.3 trillion? That's all they need to generate that call to action. Once users click that button, Jive is able to distribute that content that they've created by collecting those users' email addresses. So educate first. Another example we'll look at here is Skype. So take a look here at Skype, guys, and feel free to take notes as we're going through this or screenshot my screen, all right? I don't want you to lose this content. Skype has done a fantastic job here at clearly defining what they want. They're asking for a purchase. How many of you guys have got something you want to sell online? Let's take a lesson here from Skype. They make it so obvious that they want you to get a premium account. They've even highlighted it with this purple button, okay? Note the location and color of this upgrade button. We'll get into the psychology of the location and color later on in this presentation. But notice how they're specifically asking, okay? They're specifically asking you to make a purchase, all right? And lastly, and I get a sense that this might be the most popular for a lot of you listening right now, is the email opt-in, right? How many of you guys are trying to build an email list? Yes or no? How many of you guys are just dying to build up a robust email list that'll buy your products, that'll like and tweet your content, and that'll tell all their friends about your stuff? Yes or no? I got to feel the energy. I got to believe you want this content, guys. Who is with me? Who wants a big email list? Kathleen said absolutely. Ian G said yes. Russ says give it to us, okay? You see here, we're taking a playbook out of Shift, okay? Notice what Shift has done. You talk about hyper-focus. Look at this page, right? You hear about marketing buckets all the time in funnels. There are no leaks in this funnel. There are literally 2 buttons on this page. You see this? There are 2 buttons on this page. Only 2. The only option you have is to either across the top enter your email and password, or in that sign-up form to enter your name, company, and email and click sign up. I mean, talk about a tight funnel. I imagine a lot of you guys have been told by consultants and strategists that you need a really complicated landing page with a comment button and a like button and a share button and a bunch of stuff, right? Get hyper-focused, okay? There's only one place to log in or get started. They clearly are looking to collect data on the user. Additionally, folks, by passing users through this step, it qualifies the lead. Okay, so this is going to be good traffic, not fake accounts from India. Okay, this is real traffic. The only option you have from the primary site here that Shift has set up is to enter your information to get started. Additionally, they've incentivized these users to actually follow through, and that is the next step. All right, does that make sense? Email opt-ins. The tighter the funnel, the better. I think Steve Jobs is the one that said simplicity is the ultimate in what did he say? Or simplification is the sexiest sophistication, right? Hey, that's tweetable. That's tweetable. I rarely reel off something that good. Okay, I know it's from Steve Jobs. I stole it, but tweet that. Simplicity is the sexiest sophistication. Hashtag Heyo webinar. Simplicity is the sexiest sophistication. That's what you're aiming towards here when you're trying to get that call to action. Okay, so we just focused on focus, right? Focus. Defining the user action. How Jive did it, how Skype did it, and how Shift did it. Let's talk about other ways to get hyper-focused. This has to do with an action-presenting incentive. Okay, an action-presenting incentive. All right? What do I mean by this? Well, you've got to figure out a way to create some urgency. Any of you guys study Robert Cialdini or any of these big sales gurus, the guys that really know what they're doing? Urgency is critical. So you've got to create an action-presenting incentive that is leaps and bounds better than your competition. So how do you do that? Well, let's take a look at Sudi here. Okay? You'll see Sudi is honing in on something that every human can relate to, and that is that time is money. The only resource that every human shares, no matter where they are, what culture they are, geographically where they're located, what resources they have, is time. We're all on a clock. So they create this urgency. They create this action-presenting incentive by saying time is money. You'll see here specifically, the more incentive you give to take action, if you know the process is not time-consuming. Okay? This call to action you see on my screen right now recognizes the value of time for the user. Knowing that it isn't burdensome will likely improve conversions. Okay? Does that make sense to everyone? Does that make sense to everyone? Time is money. Make it easy. All right? Make it easy. Let's look at another example, which you guys might be familiar with. MailChimp. Okay, look at my screen right now. We're going to dissect the psychology behind this MailChimp opt-in. All right? Free is beautiful. Their design is beautiful here, but free is even beautiful. By offering access to the MailChimp platform for free, you're lowering the barrier to entry. So in this example, MailChimp is bringing attention to the visitors to the fact that access to their tool is free. So you need to think for yourself. What kinds of things can you offer through your content that can be free? Okay? Let's brainstorm together. Type in the questions right now. Anything that you guys can think of that you can give away for free. Give me some ideas in the questions right now. Let's brainstorm together. Rush Shirley, Steve Itter, Ariel, Deirdre Lee, Peter Krause. What can you guys give away for free? A survey, a PDF, an ebook. If you're a real estate agent, you can give away a home selling or buying report. Okay, Raphael said a free in-home consultation. Bill Olive said a white paper report. Jessica Gollinger and Johansson Winton said a video tutorial. Great idea. Okay, Ariel said a free catalog. Okay, D saying a free trial period if you have software. Sonia said free mobile marketing consultation. Don Sparks said musicians or free wedding cake testing. Maybe he's saying an email course, a bonus, a voucher, free 1-hour service call. Did all of you guys listening right now have an idea of something where you can use this button right here, sign up free, that MailChimp is used? What you need to do is create the trigger behind it. Does everyone have an idea, yes or no? Everyone should have an idea of something they can give away for free. MailChimp does it great here. Let's look at another example, okay? Social proof. If I asked you what's the main focus of this page, what would you say? If I asked you what the main focus of this page was, what would you say? Tell me in the questions. What's the main focus of this page? Where's your eye drawn first, right? A human face, right? The human face. Folks read left to right. Okay, the first thing you see here is the human face. Additionally, you're seeing social interaction right below the add to cart button. You see a like button, a share button, a tweet button, etc. Adding the social interaction with the product validates that others have enjoyed the product. Now, there's going to be a point later on in this webinar where I'm going to use social proof on you guys, so you'll feel exactly how it can add credibility to your offering. So see if you can catch when I do that. Okay? Seeing these numbers, the share button, the like button, all that, plants the thought in your head that if others have clicked add to cart and shared with others, the product must be worth your time and money. The product must be worth your time and money. So think about ways that you can add social proof. Now, what's the downside to adding the social proof? Well, by adding all these other buttons, you're distracting a bit. You've got to balance, okay? A lot of times if you're selling something, social proof, adding it in is great. It's worth it. Versus if you're just trying to collect an email address, trying to, like in the example we just did with Shift, keeping a tight funnel is best, okay? Keeping that tight funnel is best. All right. So I got an opportunity for you guys. All right. Many people, they'll get their call to actions right. They'll get everything set up, but they won't know how to actually drive a sale. So we've got a piece of bonus content that you can see here on my screen. I'm not going to read it. You can read it off my screen. In order to get it, and I'll tell you what, you're going to really love this content. The top 7 ways to drive revenue using these call to actions through Facebook. In order for you guys to get this content, I'll send it out right when the webinar ends. Tweet to us right now at hashtag Heyo Twitter and let us know what you think of this content. Okay? If 50 of you tweeted us right now, right when this webinar ends, we'll send out an additional value where we'll showcase the top 7 ways that you can drive revenue using call to actions on Facebook. I'll give you guys a second to do that. Again, head to Twitter and use hashtag HeyoWebinar to tweet at us and let us know what you think of this content so far. If 50 of you do, we'll send out that free content, which you're really, really going to love. And I'm going to go check right now and see. So we'll get that out right when the webinar ends, guys. You guys definitely earn that. Let's get on to the second part. Again, we just wrapped up the focus portion, okay? So when you're thinking about the psychology of what the user is going to do on your page, remember, keep the focus tight. Ask for one thing and drive the eyeballs to that one thing. Next, feeling. Okay, feeling. What about feeling? Well, you know, One of the main ways to drive a feeling about a certain call to action has to do with location. Okay, you always want to make sure that that your call to action is above the fold. Okay, you guys know what that means? Notice here with Evernote, notice how their button right here is above the fold, meaning I don't have to scroll down in order to see the button. So when you guys are setting up a call to action, whether it's on your website or Facebook, on a Facebook tab, make sure you get that button above the fold. And we'll do an example here in a second. Evernote does a great job at setting this up. It's centered and it's above the fold. Let's take a look here again, focusing in on feeling. Notice what Entice has done right here. Many times, and the human nature, especially if you're English, okay, and you read the English language, you're going to read from left to right. I can't tell you how many times I see people putting call to actions on the right side of the page, and there can be different ups and downs for that. You know, on a blog that might work great, but when you're focusing in on a single call to action on a landing page or a Facebook app, for example, you want to make sure that you get the button as far left as possible. Okay, because users will read from right here. Okay, look at my mouse. Users will look from right here and go down this way. So it'll go across. Just think of this exactly like a book. Okay, so you want enough content above the button to convince them to click it, and then present the button. Boom. Get started for free. Okay, so Entice, people read left to right. It's really, really strategically placed here to attract those eyeballs first. All right. Let's look at Shopify. I imagine a lot of you guys potentially use Shopify. Look what they've done here, okay? The bottom left, right? Because they've put it in the bottom left of their page, you're forcing the users to read the entire page, go through the flow of entering their information, and then reaching a perceived end. Again, think of this like a book. Read, 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 read. Almost done with a page. Oh, this feels great. Boom, turn. Create my store now. That's the next page of the book. When I say think about your landing pages and your call to actions like a book, guys, yes or no, does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you guys? Think of it really like a book, okay? Shopify does a great job at doing this. Left to right. They've got a great video. This is very similar to what Dropbox does as well, or GetFlow has this exact same setup. So Robin Kruk said yes, Karen said yes, Jessica Gonder said yes. Good, 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 good. So that's all about location. Location is critical, okay? Left to right, above the fold. Let's talk about colors. Oh, baby. How many of you guys have spent time Googling, trying to look through different color combinations? What's going to make people buy my product? You know, if I put an orange on a black background, that looks good. How many of you guys have studied that? Come on, admit it. How many of you guys have bought books or gone through Google trying to study color coordination? Type it in. We're all admitting together. Richard Engels said, yup. Fran said, all day long. John Good said, of course. Ariel said, lots of hours. How many of you guys have been there? The first step is admission, right? The first step is admission, Sonia. All right, let's talk about color coordination for psychology. I love just looking at examples. It's the easiest way to do it, okay? Open Garden here does a great job at putting contrasting colors upon each other, okay? For example, a white on a blue would not be a wise decision, but orange on green or blue on yellow, a deep yellow, or yellow on blue, these kind of contrasting colors will naturally lead people's eye to the page. I want you guys to close your eyes, but focus your head on my screen right now, okay? Close your eyes and look at my screen. All right, keep your eyes closed. What I'm going to tell you to do is in 2 seconds, I'm going to tell you to open your eyes. And notice, really be intentional about recognizing where your eyes initially go. Ready? Open. All right, you notice how your eyes, they are pulled directly to download from Mac. Or because this is in a PowerPoint side, your eyes might hold to the Heyo because of the color. But if it was just this website here, you'll notice your eyeball is pulled right to that call to action. We see people butcher this all the time. Do not put a white on a blue background, okay? Don't put a yellow, like yellow text on a green background, okay? Contrasting colors, okay? Let's take a look at some more examples, okay? Open Garden here, again, they've done a great job at kind of these warm button colors, red and orange. They appear larger, okay, than colors that suggest coldness, like blue and green, okay? Especially if you put a cold color with a warm color, it accentuates that warm color. So if you're taking notes right now, again, you've got warm colors like red and orange and cold colors like blue and green. Those warm colors like red and orange will appear larger, especially when they're accentuated against a cold background like blue or green. Okay? The warm colors appear closer to the viewer and are often used for call to actions. Let's look at another one here. Okay? We've got Social Brando. Okay, Social Brando. Notice what they've got. Warm color, cold background. Okay? By putting the warm color on the cold background, you're accentuating. I don't care what you say. When you look at the screen right now, the first place your eyeball goes is at sign up for that beta now. It just pops. Okay? I want to challenge you when you're thinking about how you're setting up your landing pages, really put yourself in the user's shoes and think about what would that user do? How would they view the page? Where would they go? All right? Another one, Constant Contact. Now they flipped this. Okay, they flipped it. They put the warm color in the background and the cold color on top. Notice this works no problem. It's just about balancing the back and forth between the warm and the cold. Okay? So using the cold color for the backdrop to mark the warm color buttons or make the warm buttons pop. Okay? Social Brando and Constant Contact have swapped the warm and cold colors for the button. Okay? Really critical that you get that, you hone that in. Think about which colors you're using as you put that in. So what color combinations are you guys thinking through right now? The next page that you build on Heyo, whether it's a landing page or a Facebook app, what color will you make your button and what color will you make a background? Type it in the questions right now. Give me some color combos that you might use. Don't you guys love learning with an international audience? I love this. Okay, Martin said orange on purple. Okay, orange on purple. Green, a green background, and an orange call to action. Yep, Junine, that's great. Okay, Deirdre said a brown background with a raspberry button. Deirdre, that sounds delicious. Doesn't that just sound delicious? A brown background with a raspberry button. Deirdre, that is amazing copywriting. I love that. Mukesh Panley said blue background, red button. Blue background plus orange. Or Linda said blue background, yellow button. Yep, you can flip these. It'll still work great. Okay, a black background. What would you guys put on a black background? Okay, a black background with a yellow button. Think about what that does, though. Think about like when you go to the gas station. If you're not really focusing with me right now, you're going to miss this. We're going to go deep here for a second. Think about when you're just driving around and you go to a gas station. You notice how a lot of the signage at a gas station, it's kind of like bold and like yellow and red and buy this now or 2 for 1 or 50% off, right? Every human experiences that. So you can tap into that same psychological mindset when you're thinking through a button. If you're trying to get an action quickly, you know, a hard sale, a red and yellow combination might work great. Think of that like the convenience store checkout. It's quick. You got off the highway real quick. You want to make a quick sale. Boom. Then you're going to get back on the highway. Okay? Think about real life scenarios where you think about buying things. Okay? That's a great way to do color associations. All right? All right. What I'm going to do now is I want to give you guys an opportunity. Okay? I want to use one of you guys for this demonstration I'm about to do. Okay? The demonstration I'm about to do is actually build right in front of your eyeballs. I'm going to build a landing page using all the psychology we just talked about. I want to use one of you guys for this, okay? Here's how you enter yourself to be the demonstration I'm about to do live. Go to facebook.com/Heyo and comment on the first status update. on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the best, how much are you learning right now? Are we doing a good job or not? You've got to tell us. Go to facebook.com/Heyo and comment on the first status update. It's pinned to the top. I'll give you 60 seconds to do that. And at the end of 60 seconds, I'll pick one of you to use for a demo. Okay, facebook.com/Heyo. The cool thing about this is we've got hundreds of people watching right now. So whoever I use as a demo is going to get a bunch of free exposure. 3 cheers for cheap traffic, right? You're going to get free exposure if you do this, and I pick you. Facebook.com/Heyo. Comment on the first status update on a scale of 0 to 10. How much are you learning right now? 30 seconds left, and I'll pick one of you to use for a demo. Let me go to the page myself so I can find one of you guys to use. Okay, I'll refresh here. Again, facebook.com/Heyo, and you're going to want to post on this first status update, just like Bob Humphrey has, just like the administrator of I Love Duck Hunting has. Okay, post as an update on this blog post on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the best. How are we doing content-wise? And don't forget to click the like button on the update as well. I'll give you guys 10 more seconds to do that. Lisa's entered. Michael's entered, Eric Elliott's entered, Russ has entered, Bob Humphrey's entered, Raphael has entered. The first status update, facebook.com/Heyo on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the best. How much are you learning right now? Wow, look what everyone's saying. Debbie said 10. Russ said 11. Joanne said 10. Lori said a definite 9. Over the top. Cool stuff 122 said, wow, great content, learning a ton of new things. Mike said 10. Kim said 10. Okay, I love this. All right, I'm going to close my eyes now and pick a winner. I'm just going to scroll up and down and stop on someone. Boom. Okay, Gary Cooper. Gary is the owner at Web20 Promotions. So let's go to Web20 Promotions. Okay, here's his fan page. And I'm going to go and see if I can find his website. There it is. And Gary, we're going to pick on you a bit. All right, we're going to pick on you. What I'm going to show you, okay, what I'm going to show you guys is how any of you watching right now can take content. And notice here on Gary's page, in fact, let me see if I can unmute Gary. See if he has his microphone connected. Gary. What was your last name, Gary? Gary Cooper. There he is. Hey, Gary, you're unmuted. Are you there? Gary, can you hear me? Oh, dang it. I want to be able to unmute folks. That's okay. We'll use Gary. So what Gary can do is leverage these updates here, these status or these these pages up here, and I see he's already done it right here. You can create an opt-in or a form on a tab that drives some engagement, okay, or drives an opt-in. Sometimes it's an opt-in, sometimes it's a sale. So you guys tell me, I'm going to build a demo page right now and show you how you can do this. But I know, you guys tell me in the questions right now, should I do an email opt-in, a download button, or a purchase button? You tell me right now in the questions, a download button, an email opt-in, or a purchase button. Tell me in the questions. You guys are controlling this webinar. Tell me in the questions right now. Purchase button, opt-in button, or download button. Okay, lots and lots of people saying email. How about this? I'll do all three. I'll do all three. So here we go. Let me open up this fan page, okay? This is just a demo page we've set up. This is Carrie Wilkerson. Notice right here, she doesn't have any fan page tabs, okay? No tabs set up. Using Heyo, we'll drag and drop these fan page tabs together without Carrie having to hire a designer or developer. Here's how she's going to do that. She'll log on to heyo.com, okay? and she'll land on this screen where she'll then be dropped into the social editor, okay? Dropped into the social editor. Now, once she's on this page, and this is the Heyo backend. See this application right here? Does everyone see this? This is the thumbnail. Okay, this is the new application we're creating. Guys, make sure you're watching this. I see folks going, oh, I don't want to miss this. Make sure you're watching my screen. You're going to miss this. What we're creating right now will appear right here on the fan page and enable Carrie to capture email opt-ins or even product sales through Facebook. So let me give you your bearings real quick. You can start off with one of these themes across the top. If you're an email marketer or a website just a website consultant or marketing consultant, you can pick from these themes or just start with a background color. Okay. Real quick, guys, as I get into this demo, tell me what industry are every single one of you guys in? Marketing, fitness, health and vitamins, wellness, internet marketing. Tell me in the questions, what industry are you guys in? Let's see here. Okay, high tech, online retail, marketing, internet marketing, education, insurance. Richard Engels, don't joke with me. I almost read that. All right, Tyler Hollis said real estate, technology, education, wedding sites, selling products, jewelry, photography, lots of great people. So we have templates for these kinds of things. Or if you're like me, I love starting from scratch. So I'll click Custom Blank App and click Apply. And then I'll pull in a background image to use. Okay? I'll click Backdrop, click Choose File, and just pick any image off the desktop. It's super easy. Now, Ariel, watch carefully. It'll upload that background image and put it on my screen right here. I can then drag this bottom part to get more height on the specific tab. So that's good. Now watch what happens. This is just a background image, okay? Watch what happens when I click Publish. All right? I can name this Sign Up. Okay, you guys said you want to do an opt-in. Actually, let's just name it opt-in. Okay? And I can change that tab image to be whatever I want. I'll make it a picture of Carrie's face because that'll pull in some attention. And click Quick Publish. Again, just an image right now. I'm going to actually integrate buttons that enable you to buy now, download now, or do an email opt-in as well. So now I'll click this button that says View on Facebook. Okay? And look what we've done, guys. Just like that, so easy, without hiring a developer or designer, and without spending a bunch of time, we've launched this tab with a simple background image on Facebook. Now, what does that look like on the page? Well, remember, there used to be no tabs here. I'm going to click Refresh, and you'll see we now have got that opt-in tab. Is everyone with me? Type yes in the questions right now if you're following along okay. Is everybody with me? Am I going too fast or am I just perfect? Are you enjoying? If you're throwing some exclamation points, capital letters, if you're really loving this stuff, all right? I feed off your energy. I give more value the more excited you guys are. All right. Good, 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 good. Good, then I'm going to keep on going here. So we've built the background image, but that's not that great. I want to do an email opt-in. So how do I do email opt-in in Facebook, right? That's the magic, right? You can create a great button, a great landing page, but if you're not sure about what action you want users to take, you're lost. So let's get an email opt-in. For Carrie Wilkerson, she said get a sneak peek of the book today. Okay? I want to then put an email opt-in right here, and I don't want to spend hours on Google trying to figure out how to do it. I just want to get a stinking email thing in there so I can capture emails. So how do we do it? Super simple. Watch carefully. We'll first do it with Aweber. Now, this can work with Aweber, MailChimp, Constant Contact, GetResponse, iContact, Infusionsoft, any email marketing platform you use can be integrated into Heyo to enable you to capture leads on Facebook. Isn't that great? I'll say that again. Any email marketing platform that you use can be integrated using Heyo right into Facebook to enable you to capture leads. Let's use Aweber first, then I'll do MailChimp and the others. We'll click the widget, the Aweber widget right here, drag it, and drop it. Is everyone watching? It'll then say click below to connect your account to Aweber. So I'll click connect with Aweber, and then I'll log into my Aweber account using my Aweber information. Notice how seamless this is. What Heyo is going to do, and this is almost like magic, we're going to automatically recognize which lists you have set up on Aweber. It's all automatic. We'll then select a list. Okay, we'll do Mobile Monday. And just do it, and then select the opt-in form we want to use. Notice there's no coding here. And I'll click Save Changes. Now look at this. I'm going to be quiet and let you guys just watch this. Notice how you have complete control about where you want the opt-in, how high or low you want it, anything, the width. I can put it right there. Maybe I want to go in and switch it out with a different list even. I can then go in and select a different list. Again, really simple. You then put it wherever you want it. Okay? Then, when I click Publish, Update Details, and refresh on the front end, look what happens, folks. You have a full-fledged opt-in right in the page. Isn't this great? And people can enter their information right in Facebook. I mean, I still feel like a genius when I do this because I'm not a developer. I don't know if you guys are developers, but I can't code to save anybody. And I certainly don't have a ton of time to figure it out myself, but look at this. I feel like a genius every time I do this. Isn't this great, guys? Isn't this great? Yes or no? Tell me in the questions. Let me do MailChimp now. Okay, let me do MailChimp. This is really, really so easy. Let's delete this one, that's Aweber, and use MailChimp. Okay, we'll log on to our MailChimp account. And once we're logged on, we'll go to our lists and go down to our lists and click Forms. Okay? Once we go to Forms, okay, follow carefully, folks. This is MailChimp. Once we go to Forms, I'll click, I'll edit the form however I want it. Okay, so I don't know if I want all this extra stuff over here. I definitely don't want phone number. So I'll delete that. And just keep email address, okay? Perfect. Then click Share It and click Create HTML code for a small subscribed form. Notice it's a really, really simple form, okay? You could do classic, super slim form, however you want. We'll do classic, okay? And I'll copy this code. Now this code is intimidating to me because I don't like coding, but I sure can I can copy. Copy and paste is easy. So I'll highlight the code and copy it, and then watch very, very carefully. Don't miss this. We'll go to the HTML widget, drag, drop, and paste in the MailChimp code and click Save Changes. Just like that, this is an opt-in right out of MailChimp now. When I click Publish, and click Refresh, that opt-in will now be updated. Isn't that great, guys? There it is, right there. Boom. Now look, it's off-center a little bit. The great thing about the platform is you can move stuff around, shift it, shift the width any way you want. Okay, so you have full control. So you guys have no excuses now. If you're anything like me, I don't have a lot of time. I don't have developers, right? I don't know how to code. Do you guys all see how no matter what email marketing platform you use, you can now capture email opt-ins right off of Facebook? Who's with me? Yes or no? Does everyone see how to do this? Gary Cooper says yes. Ariel said, oh yeah. Russ says, I love it. Mike said, very good, really easy. Bob Humphrey said, killer, dude. Tess said, yes. Paul said, groovy. Okay, great. Everyone should be able to do this. No excuses. This is about you guys crushing it on Facebook, okay? Any one of you guys that use other email marketing platforms, you just create a web form, copy it, and then use our HTML widget, okay? And then use our HTML widget. It really, really is fascinating. You're going to feel like a genius when you do this. It works with Constant Contact as well, using the HTML widget. Now, what if you didn't want to do an email opt-in? What if you want to do a buy now button, right? Or yeah, that perked some ears up, didn't it? You heard me say buy now button. You're like, oh, should I watch this screen again? Yes, you should. What if you wanted a buy now button or download button? Well, watch this. We'll create our own button here by going through our widgets, and let's just find the image widget. We'll drag and drop, choose a file off of our desktop. We'll choose a green button image and then say, I want this button to link to our PDF download, top 7 secrets.pdf. So here is a gorgeous button, okay? And then watch this. Using Heyo, I can then use the text widget to type in whatever text I want on top of it. Download now. And I'll change it. I'll make it white. Remember, white on green, that's great. Contrasting colors, okay? Large, save changes. And there it is. Now I want to make it even bigger because I've got extra room. Extra large, we'll make it veranda. I want bold too. We'll make it bold and click save. Look at that. Download now. Okay, there is your button. So now, again, when you publish this, okay, and refresh, you now will have your own button right in the Facebook page. Isn't that great, guys? And it's clickable. See how my mouse turns to a finger? It's clickable. So it will click right through to your download. The gorgeous thing about this is, whether you want to download a buy now button, a sign up widget, use Aweber or Constant Contact, all of this you can do using drag and drop software. You don't have to wait for any development or design work. Doesn't it feel good, guys, to control your success in your hands? Isn't that great? Isn't that great? So what's really cool about this, I'll throw in some extra value because you guys are just eating this up. You're telling me that you love this content. I will save this page and then create a new tab. And I'm going to say products. I want you to watch what I'm about to do. If you've kind of been half listening to this webinar, you want to tune back into my screen right now because I'm going to show you how any of you listening right now can pull a product off of your website and instantly integrate it into Facebook, okay, with no code, no developers. I would like to use, again, we're going to use the Web 2.0 promotion with Gary here because he won earlier. And I'm going to find one of his products. Hopefully he has a product listed on here somewhere. Gary, do you have any products listed on here? There's got to be a product here. I don't see a product here. Let me go and we'll use a small business owner. I think you guys, a lot of you guys probably run your own companies. If you're like me, man, I've got, less than 5 employees. Many times it's just me. And I got to be able to do stuff quickly and efficiently. So here are products on a website. All right. All I'm going to do is copy the link that my products are hosted on my website. Go back into Heyo and check this out. This is going to be like magic. I want to get someone unmuted for this, actually. Let me unmute someone to do this with. Let's get Kathleen Martin. Hey, Kathleen, you're unmuted. Are you there?
Yeah.
How are you? You're unmuted.
Oh, hi.
Are you enjoying the content?
It's awesome.
Yes. Okay, watch this, Kathleen. You're going to love it. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to take those products, and using our iframe widget, I'll drag and drop it on the page, then paste in the URL of the products. Does that make sense, Kathleen?
Yeah.
Okay. Then click Save Changes, and Kathleen, sit down and buckle up. Watch this. This is like magic, isn't it?
It is. I love it.
If you're anything like me, you're not a developer, right? You don't know how to code, do you?
No. No. Absolutely
That's why this
not.
feels so stinking good.
I know. I love you.
Hey, we love you too. Watch this. We'll click Publish. We'll click Publish, and watch what we've done. This is remarkable. Check this out, guys. All those products that used to exist on the website are now in front of the eyeballs of 900 million people on Facebook.
Fantastic.
Look at my screen. Isn't that great, Kathleen?
Oh my gosh, it's just incredible.
And you know, you're saying this is incredible. You might think that this is just a big image, right? It's not.
No, I know.
Check this out. You can actually capture the credit card and everything. Watch this. Look at this. Isn't this great?
It's fantastic. So, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, so when you took that URL for her product page, then it takes everything. You don't have to do anything else. When they click on that buy now, just as if they're on the person's website, it leads them to be able to buy it via PayPal or whatever they're using.
I know, Kathleen, you asked me that question because it's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yes.
That's
It's
exactly what we're doing. That is exactly what we're doing. All right?
So I don't have to do anything else.
Exactly. It's just what we just did, literally 20 seconds.
I know. Fantastic. This is what we need.
Guys, how many of you guys are like Kathleen listening right now? Tell me in the questions, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the best, what do you think about the content so far? Do you love this last tip? Do you love this last tip? I've got more value I want to give you. If you guys are still excited and you're still learning, throw in some excitement in the questions. What do you think? I'll continue going. So many people are saying they love this. So let's jump back in here and go back to our slides, Kathleen, and take a look at some more functionality here. So LinkedIn, okay, they've done a great job. Yellow, a deep yellow on a white. First name, last name, it's an opt-in, okay? I just showed you how all you guys can do this as well. Additionally, we've got another example here with Banner Stack, okay? Orange on gray. Super simple, really tight funnel. They point out that it's free, right? We know how free works. And you can see there how they can do it or get those click-through rates up by keeping hyper focused. So, Kathleen, we went over a lot of stuff today. I would like to show you guys exactly how you guys can put those products. I'll shoot you a tutorial on what I just showed you, putting products in Facebook. If I can get 20 of you right now to go to blog.heyo.com and click like and share on the first blog post you see, okay, which focuses on conversion rates, many of which we've talked about today. This will help, and then when I send that content out, if 20 of you do this, you'll have everything you need to know to put your products in Facebook to drive sales and credit card captures all through the social platform. Kathleen, you can imagine how many more sales you do if you put your products right in front of where the people are, right?
Absolutely.
So I'll give you guys 20 seconds to do that. Again, this is valuable content, so I'll only send this out if 20 of you guys go do that. Kathleen, are you on your way?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I'll wait 10 seconds here. All right. So to summarize, guys, what we went over today, I'll go check right when the webinar ends if 20 of you guys did that. And when the webinar ends, I'll send out that bonus material if 20 of you guys did that. But let's go over, summarize what we did today. We defined the desired user action. Okay, so focus back on my screen here. This is the slide that you want to make sure you burn into your memory. Okay? We've defined the desired user action. We've created action presenting incentives. We've strategically placed these magic buttons in the page. We've color coordinated to make the buttons pop. We've built forms within Facebook to collect opt-ins. And we've used these buttons to drive a desired user action. Now, I secretly like it. There's some people leaving right now, and they always miss out on the best content because I always save that till the end. I want to show you one last thing before I start answering questions. And Kathleen, the thing I would like to show you is what if we could take those tabs we just created and actually put them in your very own mobile app. Oh. Is that something you guys would be interested in seeing? Tell me yes in the questions right now if you'd be interested in seeing that. Again, I won't do it. If you guys don't want that extra value because you're short on time, we won't spend time on that. Only if you guys want it. Okay, I see about 30 people said yes. I needed about 60 people to say yes in order to do it. About 30 people did it. Okay, we're up to about 41, 43. All right, tell me yes in the questions right now if you want to see that. 50, 10 more, 10 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Tess, Sun, C. Johnson, Ariel, Junio, Melinda, Fozzie. Okay, boom, we just got it. Let me show you how to do that. And then we're going to get into questions. So we just built 2 fantastic tabs for our fan page right here. Guys, the beautiful thing about what I'm about to show you is it takes less than 5 seconds to build your own mobile app using these strategies. Are you ready? Watch my screen carefully right now or you're going to miss it. If there was only 5 seconds of this webinar that you actually watched my screen, right now is the time you want to do it. Here we go. So Kathleen, boom, we'll auto-generate a mobile app based on your cover photo on Facebook and your thumbnail. We'll pull in the title, and then to pull in those fan page tabs, look at, they're right here. We'll just select the tabs we want to show in mobile, and boomski. Oh. Kathleen, they're there. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
Now, some people don't believe that it was really that easy. Kathleen, what is your mobile phone number? I'm going to text you this mobile app right now. What is it? Oh, Kathleen, are you there?
Yes. Here I
go. What's your mobile number?
Should I put it in the chat?
Yeah, type it in the chat.
Okay.
Or you can just read it to me.
Okay, 603.
603.
903.
903.
5886.
Okay, Kathleen, I just sent you that link, okay? When you get it, I want you to just give your first reaction to everyone listening, okay? If you're just amazed, you can gasp. If you hate it, you can say, Nathan, this looks like crap, all right? So guys, what we've done, just to reiterate, we've taken the content that we just created for the fan page and put it right in a mobile app for your brand by simply clicking mobile. So let's go back to social. There's the tabs that we published. We'll go back to mobile. Now they're in your mobile app. Kathleen, did you get it?
Yes, it's wonderful. Fantastic.
Click that button on the bottom. Click the little thumbnail.
Okay. Oh my gosh!
Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing!
It's so stinking cool.
Oh my God, this is just beyond words.
So I've got to show you guys, I want to show you the pricing of how you can use Heyo to build your fan page tabs and your mobile apps and landing pages that convert. But I want your guys' permission to do it. You just heard Kathleen so excited about this mobile app because it's really amazing. But I don't want to take more of your time if you're not interested. So if you're interested in seeing pricing information on getting your own tabs set up, setting up mobile apps and websites that convert, type I want to buy in the questions right now, and we'll spend 5 minutes going over that. But again, there's 107 of you watching right now, so at least 50 of you have got to want to buy. Otherwise, we won't do it. I don't want to waste your time. So just type "I want to buy" into the questions right now if you're interested in that.
That is
okay, we've got about 13, 14, 15, 16, 7, says Eric Elliott. Kathleen, what do you say? Oh, Kathleen is so excited with this mobile app, we've lost her.
It is. It's amazing.
Okay, let me show you guys here what everyone is saying so you know I'm not making this up. Okay, Kathleen, I just did a screen print so you can see here we've got over 100 people watching us live right now. I'm showing you my back end, which I rarely do. You can see here 100+ people watching, and look at everyone saying, "I want to buy, I want to buy." Leslie, Dwayne, Deirdre, Fuzi, Michael, Felicia. Robin said, "I already bought." All right, great. Well, let's go over exactly how you can get this. So the do-it-yourself Heyo tool, and what I'm about to show you, will enable you to set up one fan page tab, one mobile app, and Kathleen, mobile app's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
And then one landing page, guys, that will help you guys convert your traffic into leads and sales. If you were to go out and have a contractor build these, you'd easily be looking at $300+ to get a fan page tab, you know, $2,000 on the low end to get a mobile app as powerful as the one that we just sent Kathleen. And then, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a landing page. What we're going to do, though, is for folks that take action as they're listening right now, we're going to throw in a few bonuses that are just going to make this a no-brainer. Number one, Kathleen, is the Heyo Mastermind group. This group is full of people that are where you want to be. So when you guys were going to bed last night or the last week and when you were thinking about the marketing goals you wanted to accomplish, the guys in this group are already there. They'll help you get there. You can ask them in the group 24/7 anytime, and we hang out in here as well. It really is like your own networking group. A value of $397. That could easily be way more than that when you see these other experts online charging $2-3 grand for networking groups. Number two, Kathleen, we want to connect with you and make sure you succeed. So we're going to have one of our specialists contact you directly on a one-on-one phone call. $197 value. The third bonus is we want to send you guys 10 pre-designed buttons that convert. These are pre-designed buttons that convert. These would be $197 value because if you didn't have this bonus opportunity, you'd have to go out and hire a designer to do it for you. We're going to give it to you